Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted, and as you know, there has been a lot going on lately in the world. So this video is just a little bit different. Instead of a home improvement video, I just wanted to take a moment to speak to all my parents out there. I live in Texas, and I have two young daughters that are school-age children, and it's touching too close to home here. So first, I want to extend my condolences to all the parents out there that did lose their children in Uvalde shooting. I want to, from the deepest bottom of my heart, extend my condolences to you because I cannot imagine what you guys are going through. And we as Texans, we are standing behind you, and we're going to stay strong for you guys. And anything that we can do, we will help you. I wanted to make this video because I know that there's a lot of people out there that, they have their different opinions on what should happen next. The reality of it is, when your 15-year-old comes to you and says, "Mom, turn off the TV," it's something that we're used to. That happens all the time. That is so sad. That is absolutely devastating to me because when I was going to school, we never worried about any of this. So for my 15-year-old to say, "You know what, this is normal for us, we're used to it, change the channel," that is devastating. Our kids are so used to seeing violence every day. Every time they turn around, it's another shooting, and that's not okay. We shouldn't make this the new normal for our kids. And I know not a lot of people will agree with what I say on this video, and I'm sorry. We all are entitled to our opinions. That's why we have our constitutional rights to freedom of speech. So if you guys don't like it, go ahead and move on to the next video. I myself am a licensed firearm owner, so I do have a license to carry a firearm, and I do have firearms. I took pride in getting my license to carry, and it wasn't too far ago that I got it. I took pride in that because I knew that I was not comfortable carrying a firearm outside of my home or my car until I was completely licensed and certified and had the training that I needed to be able to defend myself in case I actually needed to. And hopefully that day will never come, but at least I know that I have the background and I have the skill to do so when I need to. So it was absolutely devastating to me when they decided here in Texas to get rid of needing a license to carry any firearm in the state of Texas. So I think that in order for this to change, for school shootings in general to change all over the country, there's things that need to be put in place. In the immediate future, I believe that we should up the age for long arms, so like rifles, automatic weapons, anything like that. We shouldn't be 18 in order to get them. I know that there's a lot of hunting families out there and they use rifles to hunt. That's wonderful. That's you providing for your family. I myself am going to start hunting this year. But we need to put that age limit. If we have to be 21 to smoke a cigarette, why can't we be 21 to own a rifle? We need to up that age. It's just inconceivable that you can be 18 and go into a store and buy an AR-15 or an AK-47. Any rifle in general, it needs to be age 21 and up, period. Just like handguns. Handguns are supposed to be at 21 and up. Also, I believe that at these sales of firearms at the gun shows that we go to that we absolutely love. We love our gun shows here in Texas. Yes, don't get me wrong. I love a good gun show too. I love seeing all the different guns that are out there. I love seeing all the magazines. I love getting my ammo from there. But at the end of the day, if you're buying a weapon from a gun show, you need to have a background check, period. If you are not a licensed dealer, you should not be allowed into a gun show. We need to put a wait period on all large arms. So when you go and apply, you need to have a license to carry. You need to have your background check completed. You need to have fingerprinting, and then you need to wait anywhere from 3 to 5 days in order to get that large arm. So easy, right? We're not taking guns away from anybody. We're not saying, no, you can't have it. This is just a protocol that needs to be put in place so that way people with genuine needs for those firearms are going to be getting them, and they're not going to be let into the wrong hands of people. And I know that's going to make a lot of people angry with me saying that, but you have to look at it this way. Before they overturned this law, we had to have a license to carry in the state of Texas to be able to take our firearm anywhere outside of our home and outside of our vehicles. So that means you have to pass a federal background check and be fingerprinted, and you have to be 21 in order to own a handgun. So why can't we do that for large arms? It's common sense. Stop getting rid of things that are there to protect our citizens and start adding to it so that way they are protected. I don't condone these people going out there saying get rid of guns, because how are we going to protect ourselves if some random stranger decides to shoot at us? How are we going to protect ourselves? The other thing that needs to be put in place is we need to give Texas teachers the right to carry firearms in school. I know that's a hot point for everybody, but if we get them the training that they need and we spend money on actually training our teachers and showing them how to use the firearms and how to do it safely and making sure that they pass federal background checks as well, why can't we do that? Why can't we allow our students to be protected by their teachers that they see every single day from 8 hours a day? That's their second parent. They have a right to defend their children as well. And that's what people don't get. These teachers see their children as their own children. They see them every single day, just like they go home and see their actual biological children. They go to school every day and see their class of 21 to 25 students. Why can't they protect them? Let's put that in place. Come on, Texas. Like, what's going on? Why can't we give a teacher that is licensed and certified the right to carry a firearm to protect their students? Doesn't make any sense. The other thing that really gets to me is we spend so much of our budgets at school on making things look pretty, or sometimes they don't even get to actually the schools themselves. They line the pockets of all of our politicians, right? So why don't we take some of that budget that we get annually and put it towards counseling services for our students? Let's nip it in the bud from the beginning. There's a lot of parents out there that are crying out for help because their students need help. They know that their child is not right and they try to get help, and guess what? They're turned away. There are no services for them. And yeah, you might say, okay, well, they can do this, they can do that. No, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Our system is broken. It is extremely hard to get services that you need if you don't meet a certain income requirement. If you make too much money according to their standards, you're not getting the help that you need. Us middle-class working people, we can't get help that we need. It's just the way that it is. Unfortunately, our system is broken. So we need to be taking a portion of that budget and put it towards counseling for our students. And I'm not saying just when stuff happens. No, I'm saying everyday counseling. We have bullies in school. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. We have kids that they have problems and they take their problems out on other students. And that's what causes this whole situation. If you actually look at the big picture, if you put some counselors in school to be able to talk to these children, they have somebody safe and reliable that they can speak to, and they can feel like they're able to tell that person their secrets, maybe this wouldn't have happened. The kid was only 18. A lot of ones that go out there and they shoot up schools are in the 18 to 20-year-old age, which means they did not get the help that they needed when they were younger to be able to get rid of their demons. So, and I know that sounds like a cop-out to a lot of people because I personally, I'm a survivor of abuse, neglect, molestation. So yeah, I exceeded and I went above what I should have been, and I'm 100% functioning adult. But that's not always the case. There's a lot of kids out there that need help. So if we put counseling services back into our communities, into our schools, then that's definitely going to reach our children and let them know that somebody cares about them. Because you have no idea what this child is going home to. You have no idea what this child is dealing with on a daily basis at school with their peers. You don't know. So if you put somebody in place that will go out there and actually help that child, then maybe all this would never happen in the first place. So simple, right? 3 simple things that we can do, yet we choose not to, because we want to just make all of our politicians rich and give them money and give them money and give them money, and yet we as the people are not getting anything back. 3 simple things: counseling for kids that are in need, upping that age limit for automatic rifles, making sure they get licensed, and background checks and fingerprinting and a wait period. Not that hard. 3rd thing, give our teachers guns. They need guns. They need to be able to help our students when they're in their classroom. They're children. They need to help our children. Train the teachers. That's all you have to do. Take some of that federal funding, give it to the teachers. Let them train, let them carry firearms. They'll protect our kids. Put some of that funding into counseling services for children that are in need, because they do need help. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And I hope that somebody sees this video that can help change. You know, some politician, some senator, somebody, whoever, can just see this video and say, you know what, she's right. We need to put these things in place from the beginning to the end. From getting our kids the help that they need, to making sure that you're 21 and up, licensed, fingerprinted, background check, waiting period. Okay, you can have your gun. Simple. But why aren't we doing it? And I'm going to end my video there. If you don't like what I have to say, I'm sorry, but I am an American. I have the freedom of speech, and I'm going to speak my mind, because this is so frustrating as a parent that it is hurting our children, to the fact that I'm looking up bulletproof backpacks for my kids so they can protect themselves. That is so sad. It is sad that we see TikToks every day of teachers that say, you know what, we're tired of having to teach our kids how to be scared. You shouldn't have to teach that. Yeah, they do need to train their kids about active shooter situations, but why are we instilling fear in our kids when we can instill hope? So come on, Texas. I challenge you, Texans, to be better, to ask for change, to tell our politicians enough is enough. We love our kids. They are our future. But if we keep losing them, then what do we have left? What do we have left? That's me signing off. If you don't like it, too bad. Scroll up. I don't care. Any nasty comments will be blocked and deleted. Keep your opinion to yourself if you don't like it. Like Mama always said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Y'all have a good one.